Hello, my name is Igor Seletsky and I'm CEO at CloudLinux. Thank you for letting me present it here. So, what is CloudLinux? CloudLinux is an operating system. It's a Linux distribution made specifically for hosting companies. It is based on Red Hat. We actually recompile Red Hat source RPMs. And it is fully binary compatible with Red Hat 5 CentOS 5. What we focus on, we are focusing on stability and security for hosting companies. We actually were able to deliver a few kernel releases faster than Red Hat that dealt with local exploits that were recently announced. And the reason we were faster than Red Hat is because Red Hat concentrates on enterprises. That's their main customers. And enterprises don't have problems with local exploits because their servers are secured, only authorized personnel has access to them. It's very different in shared hosting. Shared hosting has its own needs, and what we did, we made a distribution specifically for the needs of shared hosting companies. We have more than 70 dedicated server providers, 250 shared hosting companies using our software, more than 1,500 servers deployed, and we're growing by about 50, 80 new servers each week. You can see some of our customers, Site5, UK2, Kartika, Hostdime, Enome, all familiar names. And the reason those companies are using CloudLinux is because we can deliver much better stability comparing to CentOS, Red Hat, or pretty much any Linux. The stability comes from our LV technology. It's a technology that allows you to set limits for each individual site. So typically what happens? You have 300 sites on a server. One site decides to run a big promotion and they have huge amounts of traffic. What's next? The whole server is slow, server is unresponsive, you have 300 customers calling you why their site is down. This is not the case with CloudLinux. With CloudLinux, that site will be down. That single site will be slow, it will be down, but all other sites will not even notice anything. That's because we're able to isolate resources and limit resources for each and every site. And it will work in your environment. We're compatible with pretty much any technology available today and used by shared hosting providers. cPanel, Plesk, custom control panels, Ksplice, R1Soft, any hypervisor. The only technology we don't really work with is Virtuoso and OpenVZ containers. And most of our customers deploy CloudLinux directly to their servers, production servers. They don't have to add a new server and then migrate the customers. No, it's a very simple process. Actually, it's so simple, it takes about 5 minutes to deploy the solution on a production working server. And that includes the reboot. So it's 4 commands, you run them and you're done. cPanel, Plesk, very simple, very straightforward. You continue managing your server the same way as before. The only thing that changes, stability. Your stability improves dramatically. And it comes from our LV technology that creates the ability to set limits for CPU concurrent connections, and in the new version it's going to have memory limits. So you can say each customer gets no more than 10% of CPU and no more than 25 concurrent connections. And if the customer goes to the CPU limit, what happens? Their site is slow. If they are up to the maximum concurrent connection, their site will start responding with 503 server busy errors. But for everyone else, it will continue to work the same as before. And it's going to continue to work the same as before for you. It's still one Apache. It's transparent for your administrators. It all continues to be the same as before. You don't have to relearn anything. We have good integration with cPanel. We have cPanel plugin, VHM plugin that lets you see what's going on. It lets your customer to see how much they're using. It lets you see the historical information, usage charts, everything. You can understand exactly what's happening. And we provide the same kind of tools for from command lines that you can use to see what's happening. We also have several additional utilities like MySQL Governor that lets you set limits for MySQL usage, SecureLV that creates something like a jail for each user, but it works on the level of CGI, PHP, cron jobs, and we have LV wrappers that allow you to limit resources for any application. So what we deliver better stability, better control, increased density, less downtime, and less support. We have customers telling us that they're able to put twice as many customers per server. They get less support requests. They don't have to hunt for customers who use too much resources. They're telling me that they suspend 10 times less customers than they used to. So at the end, it means more profit. And that's what it's all about.